In the paper that I wrote on how to implement change in an organization, I mainly talk about how implementing a change in an organization is not an easy task and how there will be resistance from employees. We have to keep in mind that change is sometimes it's important and it's not always a bad thing. When implementing a change in an organization, management support it's critical for employees. And one of the things that I wrote on the paper, it's about the changes or the 8 stages about Kotter's or Kotter's 8 stages and how important they are for the organization. In the first stage, Cotter states that everyone involved in the change must have a cognitive understanding and emotional investment in the things that need to be done and why the change is needed for the organization. The second stage talks about how essential it is to get the right people involved in the change. It states that employees can be involved, but definitely they should be management staff because they will be the ones making the decisions, the right decisions, or the changes that need to be done to the organization. The third stage is to create a strategic vision, and the vision is basically created by senior staff and also by board members of the organizations. The fourth stage includes how to make the new vision. It's communicated effectively to employees. It states that when people know why the changes are being made, they will have a better understanding of why the change is needed. The fifth stage is to empower a broader group of change agents. It states that change agents inspire people to engage in new changes. Another stage is the sixth stage. It states that opportunities are defined and give confidence about the direction of the change process. The seventh stage is states that the victories are consolidated and people go for more changes. Actually, when people see that the changes are good for the organizations, they seek to get more changes. The last stage is where new ways of thinking and doing must be solidified in the organizational culture. Another thing that I wrote in the paper was about the transactional leadership and transformational leadership. When managing people, um, some of the processes that there's two leadership styles, which is the transformational and transactional leadership. Transformational leaders have a social and emotional intelligence and help people to seek their vision. Transactional leaders follow a traditional approach to management in exchange. Once transformational leaders have a vision, then they try to implement the vision with enthusiasm and motivating the people. People in the transformational leadership value people and focuses on the needs of the employees. They're passionate about what they do and they share the passion with others. Transactional leaders believe in motivating employees when they accomplish a task, either by rewarding them or by punishing them. As stated in a reading article that I read, when subordinates does what is desired, the manager will reward the person. And if the subordinate doesn't do it, then he will be punished for not accomplishing what he was supposed to be doing. Also, on the paper I wrote about the Lewis change model. The theory states that we can use unfreezing when a change is needed, moving when we initiate a change, and refreezing when establishing equilibrium. During the unfreezing process, it is important to notify employees of the status quo that is delaying the organization. Before a change can be implemented, it's necessary to go through the initial process of unfreezing. Organizational structures must be carefully examined to show employees that a change is necessary.